We're here at the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jim Houston here for what could prove to be the final game of these Eastern Conference quarterfinals. With me in the booth is Craig Simpson. So hang on, up next is Game 6 between the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Islanders. Philadelphia would love to close it out here at home. You think the crowd's into this game?
Jim, it's going to be absolute bedlam if they can pull this off. The key for these guys is to play a controlled hockey game. You don't want your emotions getting the best of you.
Here's a look at tonight's referee with loads of experience. He calls a pretty tight game.
And Jim, when it comes down to dangerous hits or stick work, he simply won't allow it.
The faceoff goes to New York. Hanzus flattens him over the blue line. DiPietro turns it aside. Kavasha out of their defensive end. Checked. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets bowled over by Johnson. Passed across. Over the line. He gets rocked up by Malakoff. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets taken out by Nienema.
Jim, that's old-time hockey.
Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Checked.
That was a huge check.
In over the line. Blake runs him over.
He laid the hit on him there.
Across, brings it out. Over the line. Taken out.
That was a heavy hit.
Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by Hunter.
That's real action.
Out of their defensive end. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Pekka shoots it. Blocked. Centers it. Quick shot.
A wild shot that time.
Brings it out. In over the line. Right in front. Recchi shoots the puck.
His fillings are going to rattle with that hit. He was pounded.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to New York. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Laid out.
Nice hit.
Played up. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down.
A big, clean hit.
LaPointe brings it out. In over the line. Run over.
No shortage of physical play here.
Hunter. The Islanders are going to make a full change with a wrist shot. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone.
Hit full contact.
Moved across. Out of their defensive end. Shoots. Saved by Esch. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Heavy shot. Saved by DiPietro. And he covers up for the faceoff. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Bates won the draw and shoved. Shoots the puck. Scores!
There's not much you could do to stop that one. That play was over before it even started.
Philadelphia is full of confidence right now.
And that could carry them a long way in this game.
Rock.
No ducking that one.
Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. In over the line. Hanzus gets thrashed.
That rattled him pretty well.
Over the line. Bowled over.
Great hustle and a great hit.
Over the blue line. Shoots. Tremendous save. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
The faceoff goes to Philadelphia. Heavy shot from the point by Ragnarsson. Misses. Awesome save by DiPietro. Brings it out over center ice. Brings it out. In over the line. Hard one-time shot by Recchi. Saved by DiPietro. Hanzus out of their defensive end. Over the line. Leveled. What a hit. Played over into the attacking zone. He gets laid out by Malikov. Hanzus brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Blake.
Thumped them that time.
Brings it out. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Checked.
You can't hit much harder than that.
In over the line. He gets leveled by Karpetsev out of their defensive end. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Quick puck movement. Right in front. A shot from the slot by Sonic. Lapointe will get the gate for hooking. New York is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. It builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Over the blue line. Kavasha with shot. Esch made the save. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets bowled over by Hammerlick. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets run over by Hunter.
That's how you stand a guy up.
Over the line. Big glove save. Passed ahead. Moved over. Over the blue line. Yashin gets checked. Passed over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets checked by Niemann.
That was a tough hit.
Brings it out. Coast to coast. Shove. Right in front. Scramble it. Ish scores on himself.
It's a tough goal to take, Jim.
And the faceoff is won by Pekka.
Leveled. That was an intimidating blow.
Into the attacking zone.
Hit. Lots of contact there.
Over the blue line. Shove. Advances the puck. The Islanders are going to make a full change. In over the line. He gets pushed by Nienema. It's coughed up by Leclerc. Out of their defensive end. Pekka over the line. Esch turned it away. Into the attacking zone. Moved up. Sharp blasts it. Shove. Quick pass up. Brings it out. New York puts its checking line out. Pekka fires. Esch makes the save. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. Greg, I think the Flyers are lucky to have a guy like Ken Hitchcock at the helm.
Well, Jim, with a Stanley Cup ring on his finger and Olympic gold under his belt, he knows what it takes to get this team to the top.
Hanzus wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hard one-timer by Scatchard. Saved by Esch. In over the line. Thrashed.
Now that's physical play.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. A lateral pass. Brings it out. Philadelphia Flyers are going to change players. Crushed. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Laid out.
That's what you call a big-time hit.
Hamilton will go to the box for hooking. You can see that the coach isn't very happy about this call at all. Philadelphia is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
DiPietro reached out for the puck.
This guy's looking sharp tonight. He's got 1 goal and a few good shots.
He's shown some pretty good energy. Look for him to get more involved. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. Hanzus won the draw. Pass to the point. Yashin out of their defensive end. Big hit.
That'll rattle your teeth.
Up through center. In over the line. Great glove save. Brings it out. Over the line. Leveled.
That one rattled his cage.
Over the blue line. Laid out.
That was a great check.
Brings it out. Up through center. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. DeCoin steals the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
This is serious.
Over the blue line. In front. He gets hit by Janssen. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. DeCoin takes it. Big glove. And the horn signals the end of the first period. We head to the break with the score tied 1-1.
Our arena restaurant offers great food with spectacular views of all the on-ice action. Call now for reservations to our next home game.
The score is close as we start the second period.
Let's see if things can open up a bit.
We're ready for the face-off. Hanzus wins the face-off. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Janssen. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down.
He won't forget that one.
Out of their defensive end. An offside call against the Islanders.
An absolutely huge hit. The one thing you can't do is play with your head down, and he follows through and absolutely explodes into that hit.
The action's about to start. Philadelphia wins the faceoff. Philadelphia is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Moved across, and out they come with a puck. Over the line. Checked. Recchi brings it out. In over the line. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In front. Malakoff fires it. You can see this guy's playing with a lot of confidence.
Now that he's got one on the board, you're going to see him get more chances. Once you find the net, the puck always has a way of finding you.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Islanders. Brings it out. In over the line. Markov roughs him up. Over the blue line. Little deke there by Hanzus. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Hit. Across into the attacking zone. Long pass. Brings it out. Over the line. Tchaikovsky. Blocked by Recchi. One-timer. Door slammed shut by Esch. Brings it out. Philadelphia puts its checking line out. Quick pass up. Missed shot by Hanzus. Blocked. Passed across. Breakaway. Across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Moved over. Knocked over. Bowled over. Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Bates. Brings it out. Over the line. Johnson, hard shot. DiPietro turns the shot aside. Brings it out. Taken out. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Offside. The Flyers are one of the fastest skating teams in the league, and as a result, they're a tough team to check.
You're bang on, Jim. They always hit the lines with speed. And if you're not ready, they'll fly right past you.
Hanzus on the draw. Run over.
Now that was a wake-up call.
Hammerlick for the howitzer. Block. Shoots quickly. Oh, he missed. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shove. Brings it out. He gets taken out by Leclerc. Rocked over the blue line. Advances the puck. Over into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. The coin shoves him.
Now that was big time.
Desjardins out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hunter gets run over. Across. Into the attacking zone. Passed across by Nienema. Over the line. Wrist shot by Blake. He misses. Knocked him off the puck. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Passed over. Right in front. Leg save. Brings it out. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Over. Mowed down. Moved across. Over the blue line. Cranked him. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Big hit. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Pushed off the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Martinek. Passed across. Over the line. Markov hits him.
He got his man on that hit.
Brings it out. He gets stapled by Karpatsev. Philadelphia's offside. So much of this game is about confidence.
Well, that's just it. Once a guy's found the scoreboard, he's always hungry for more.
Defenders should be keeping tabs on this guy. Islanders get the face-off. Over center. Checked. A lateral pass. Over the blue line. Crushed. Bowled over. Brings it out. End to end. Pekka went short. Right in front. Shoots quickly. Esch makes the tremendous save. This goaltender's really effective with the puck.
And Jim, that really helps out his defense when the puck gets dumped in. He's like having a third defenseman back there.
Face-off won by Hanzus. Brings it out. Over the line. Big hit.
He took a big hit there.
Stick save by DiPietro. In over the line. Bumped by Malahoff. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Flattened. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Blake. In front. Esch reached out for the puck. And he covers up. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate to jump up in the rush.
The faceoff goes to the Islanders. He gets rocked up by Ragnarsson.
Nailed him!
In over the line. He gets hit by Hammerlick.
He stamped that one.
Brings it out. Over the line. Quick puck movement. Saved by Esch. Passed across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. One-timer. Pad save. Brings it out. Passed over. In over the line. Esham shoots it hard. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Radovojevic. Saved by DiPietro. In front. Oop post. Moved ahead. Over the line. Rubbed off the puck by a coin. Quick puck movement. Skating through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. It's played across by Recchi. Passed over. Right in front. Awesome save. Played across. Over the blue line. Gets away a hard shot. Pushed aside by Esch. It's coughed up by Malakoff. Saved by Esch. Brings it out. A lateral pass. Over the line. Leclerc shoots the puck. Steve Sterling joined the Islanders organization after a very successful career as a minor pro hockey coach.
Well, Jim, just before taking on the head coaching duties in New York, Sterling led the Islanders' AHL affiliate in Bridgeport to the Calder Cup final, and that earned him Coach of the Year honor.
And that wraps up the second period as we head into the break. The score is tied 1-1.
If you have a yellow sticker on the inside cover of your program, come to guest services on the lower concourse to claim your prize.
We're just about to start the third period.
Jim, in a game this close, you probably won't see either team take too many chances.
And the faceoff is won by Jesus. Into the attacking zone. In over the line. He gets checked by Malakoff. Over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Over the line. Into the attacking zone. Nienema went long. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets worked over by Leclerc. Pekka, pad saved by Esch. Hunter, hard shot.
That one was way off the mark.
An offside against the Islanders. Hey, Craig, maybe he'll get the next call by having a word with the official now. This is what's got him all fired up. Have a look at this and you be the judge. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Jesus wins the faceoff. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Hammerlick. Brings it out. It's passed across by a coin. Hit! Goes behind his net. Brings it out. End to end. Passed across. Over the line. Pekka gets roughed up.
Jim, that one had to hurt.
Jesus out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shove. Passed over. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In front. Esch with an awesome save. Rocked. Right in front. Knocked down. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. Hit. Taken out. Bowled over. Shoots it quickly. Glove save. Brings it out. In over the line. It's flipped ahead by Tchaikovsky. Bates has his pocket pick. Over the blue line. Run over. Radovojevich gets the shot off. Denied by DiPietro. He hangs on. Desjardins really jumps into the play well. I haven't seen him get caught pinching yet.
Well, he anticipates where the play is moving so well. He adjusts to make the most of his opportunity.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Jesus. Bowled over. Into the attacking zone. Hunter gets rubbed off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Recchi muscled off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Crashed. Delayed call coming up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. One time. Pekka is going off for hooking. Philadelphia will get a second chance on the power play here. Islanders get the face-off. Shove. Shot quickly by Malakoff. Shot blocked by Yashin. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Malakoff.
That'll give him some room.
Across, out of their defensive end. Over the line. Run over. Played over. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets rocked by Janssen. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Gagne shoots the puck. DiPietro reached out for the puck. Mowed down.
It takes talent to deke like that.
Over the blue line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Knocked down. Yashin brings it out. Played up. In over the line. Thrashed. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Esch freezes the puck. The Flyers are one of the hardest working teams in this league.
Hey, whether they're up 9 goals or down 9, they're still relentless on the puck. They never take a shift off.
The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Jesus. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Right in front. Post. Over, brings it out. Over the blue line. Philadelphia is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Janssen. The goaltender's out of his net to play the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. In front. Delayed penalty coming up. Right in front. DiPietro denies him. Hammerlick gets called for hooking. Philadelphia will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. He gets checked by Jesus. Brings it out. In over the line. Pushed. Over the blue line. DiPietro made the save. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Malakoff checks him.
He really bounced his man with that hit.
Over center ice. Over the line. Hanzus, wrist shot from the slot. Stoned by DiPietro. New York puts its #1 penalty killing unit out. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets leveled by Gagne. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Janssen.
Talk about laying a guy out.
Passed over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Big hit. Brings it out. Played across. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Philadelphia continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Malakoff steals the pass. Out of their defensive end. Checked. Over the blue line. Flattened. Knocked over. Centers it. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. In over the line. Hit. Brings it out. Passed across. Knocked down. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. He gets rocked up by Leclerc.
Send him right to the ice.
Recchi brings it out. Over the blue line. Shoots it. Big hit. Moved ahead into the attacking zone. Leveled.
That's going to leave a mark.
In over the line. He gets hit by Desjardins. Played across. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Weinhandel.
Send him flying.
Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Lapointe with a wrist shot. DiPietro turns it away. In over the line. Hard one-timer by Tchaikovsky. Brings it out. Coast to coast. He gets rocked by Vinehandle. Run over. Over the line. Bates with a slap shot. Goes behind his net. A lateral pass. Into the attacking zone. Blake brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets laid out by Hammerlick. Across. He gets taken out by Malakoff. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. In front. Huge save by DiPietro. Over the blue line. Passed over. Knocked him off the puck. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Over the line. Right in front. Legs. Oh, he hit the post. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Flattened. Worked over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Johnson pushes him. Recchi. Quick shot. Post. Recchi. DiPietro freezes the puck.
Jim, he cannot believe his eyes. He had that one already up on the scoreboard, only to find the goalie to make a great save.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Flyers. Desjardins gets pushed. Center, Tanzus shoots quickly. In front, DiPietro makes the save. Pass to the slot. Goaltender stopped that. New York is under relentless pressure. Brings it out. Advances the puck. Checked. Right in front.
Both teams are tied at the end of regulation, so it'll have to be decided in overtime.
Members receive daily updates, special offers, player features, and more.
And now we'll play some overtime.
This is when your star players need to come forward and make a difference.
Pekka won the draw. In over the line. Big hit.
He got slammed into on that one.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. It's stolen by Nienema. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Blake gets thrashed.
That was a hard check.
Into the attacking zone. LaPointe shoots it hard. Brings it out. In over the line. In Hunter. Scores! I think he was screened. That's it. This one's over. New York has won it and ties up the series.
He went to the backhand on that shot and fooled the netminder completely. That's one sweet goal.
Tonight's first star for Philadelphia, number 5, Tim Johnson. Tonight's second star, New York Islanders, number 55, Jason Blake.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.
You